Since you're saying that our portfolio will match their requirement, okay?
Yeah.
So there are so many different companies with a different approach. So how do an artist approach that? Indian Bahana type is someone in my family had some issues and all. And all. I submitted my papers in Tata, bye bye.
If sometimes your vision is ZBrush is like one you have to drink up because they make the huge sculpts in just in that. You see, welcome to our talk show where we help aspiring artists unstuck and figure out a career path for them. And we also get to know them more and their hardships and their art journey to get to know the industry more to figure out a way how we can improve the life of artists and how we can make an easy path for them. So today we have Vikram with us who signed up and wanted to ask some things from me. I want to clear it out. So let's invite him. Hello Vikram, can you hear me?
Yes, Amanpreet, I can hear you.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm also good. I'm also good.
So you're also working from home?
Yes, now mostly like I do freelance,
Okay.
working from home. Yeah, from long time it's been. So I think since the COVID, I'm working from home. I've been to office.
Okay.
Asked me to come to office, I quit. So I said nope, I'm not coming. I'm not coming to office.
In India, na, so actually it's travel takes a lot of time,
Yeah.
like 2 to 3 hours just to come back home. So actually I love going to office, but
Mhm.
if it is close to my home now, then it's okay to me. It's little far away,
Yeah,
so
that's
that's why.
so you are
That's
in
the
Delhi.
issue.
You're based in Delhi.
Yes, yes, I'm in Delhi.
Where exactly in Delhi? Like I know Delhi is huge.
I'm in Dwarka,
Dwarka. Okay, okay, nice.
Dwarka, Delhi.
Okay, Delhi only.
Yes.
Okay, and where you working?
So I'm working in a company in Gurgaon.
Hmm.
It's
Awesome. I just had a call in the morning with someone who was in,
okay.
but but it's okay.
I said okay, okay, okay.
Yeah, it's okay. Like as long as like it's all good things you have to say about it, you can take names. They will appreciate it more. You're advertising them on the social media. First, how is it working there?
Yes, it's good. Working, we get opportunity to work on lot of different
Mm-hmm.
type of projects.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that bothers me is overworking in it.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually a problem in India,
Yeah,
I guess so.
it's there
So
like
if I
yeah,
have,
yeah.
have a conversation with someone who is working in a small studio in India, the only thing if issue is faces with like he's working after his office hours
Mm-hmm.
without any compensation.
Mm-hmm.
So that hurts a lot.
Yeah, that is it's true like, because the one thing I don't know like in never had to overwork. I overworked once, and
Okay.
that was also create a ruckus. Producer did not appreciate it, and they said like you go home, you take a 1 day leave, you go home. So that type of work culture they had. So I never so stuff like that was good in that side. Other than that, like I know like most of the like there's one of the character artists, my colleague from who was in he got severe health issues because of overworking.
Yes, yes.
So it's not it's common there at least. I know it was common. And I never worked for any other studio apart from, but I heard stories like it's brutal there, especially in the
Yes.
north.
With deadlines, they are really brutal, but with the quality of work that we receive now, it's
Hmm.
really, really good there.
Yeah,
It's very, very good.
I don't know like because I
So yes,
know from joined. Uh,
yes,
so
he's in Bangalore studio.
yeah, so I hoped that where will be better because he's coming from that work culture, that type of mindset where and they're gonna improve the work culture in another place. But I don't know if it's good at Bangalore studio or not.
I'll add a point here. Like earlier, that organization that we're talking about used to have a really bad work culture, but nowadays, now it's not that brutal. They are not expecting us to work every day
Hmm.
after office hours, but
Hmm.
yes, whenever the project is in crunch now.
Hmm.
So they are very strict.
Hmm.
Even with the project managers, I saw them. They are logging out at around 1 o'clock at night.
Hmm.
So which I never appreciate. I would say that there must be one rule or there must be something on which every artist should work, or where everyone will be on the same page that how we should approach our
Hmm.
work,
Hmm.
so that there is no like burning like midnight oil for your
Yeah,
office work.
I would say like even if it's although the time should be paid in full, all the overtime, but I
Yes.
would say like even if they
Hmm.
pay the half amount of those
Yes.
hours, artists will still not complain, I would say.
Yes.
They will, because every artist
Exactly. Yeah.
understand that project needs it, and we have deadline, and because work quality is good, that they might be able to put in the portfolio, because I know that also they don't allow, they're putting
Yes.
the
No.
work
No.
that you do in the portfolio, because that also I just actually they have put their blood and sweat, they have overworked for this, at least allow that to put it in the portfolio, right? And
No.
I don't know what
When
they're scared of, like artists will leave as soon as they get the screenshots.
I'm not sure about what is the reason, but
Yeah,
yes, we are never allowed to use our project work in our portfolio.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
I mean, so you have done some great work here. I've seriously done some great assets
yeah.
there, but I'm not allowed to
Yeah, I hear the
showcase it
same thing.
that in my portfolio.
I heard the same thing from all the artists I
I
talked to
understand
online.
must be some rule or something,
So
so
the
it's
one
okay.
one
We accept
rumor
it.
one rumor I can share, like it's a rumor, okay. I cannot say it's true or not, but when I was in, we were also not allowed to share. We had to fight for it. It's like, we want to share. So at least they
Okay.
allowed our sister company, like it was sister company. So what the rumor was, basically they said like they get paid extra to not say the name.
Okay.
So they work for a project, and then this like it's like the songwriters, right? Songwriters get paid more by not sharing their name, and then singers
Okay.
can say they have they written the song,
Written the
and
song, yes.
yeah, so something like that, so they get paid extra for that. So something like that, they said like they made deal with some studio, which try to show that everything is done in house, and try not to show the name, right? So for not getting credit, you can charge extra. So maybe there is that type of deal is there. I don't know, I never worked, so that's type of rumor I heard.
Maybe,
Some people said this is the deal they had, so you cannot share, but it's okay if we get some fruit of
but
that deal.
but
It's fine.
but if you notice one thing now, when there is a credit list in the game,
Hmm.
they always mention company's name, those
Yeah,
studio's
yeah,
name,
yeah,
who have worked on their game. So I'm not sure if they should. I mean, then there will be not any hesitation
yeah,
if they can give our work, so we can put it in our portfolio now.
yeah. I
Sell
believe that the second thing is the insecurity only, right? The people
insecurity, and
leaving.
that's it. Yes,
That's the one big reason I can think of, is people leaving, because people don't have time to work on their portfolio, and even people work on their
exactly.
portfolio like in, so there was used to be this thing, someone who is working on a portfolio is going to leave basically. So if someone is working on the portfolio, that everyone assume that this guy is trying to leave. That's why he's working on the portfolio.
See,
So
we actually work on our portfolio so we can get something better in our life now.
yeah,
Everybody wants a good compensation.
yeah, yeah. So
We have
this,
bills to pay, we have houses to
yeah,
pay.
this thing was because I didn't want to leave, right? I wanted to learn some things.
Okay.
That's why I was working on the portfolio. Of course, like that's the end goal. Like if we get much better opportunity than our current situation, we will leave. But my goal was not to leave, because it was giving me a lot. So yeah,
That will be really good. So you were there when it was, you left when it was.
yes, exactly.
The
So I left twice. So right.
the
So
outsourcing studio teaches you a lot.
yeah, this is still, again, work culture problem. You cannot change that, right? So
Cannot change it.
yeah, so that's happened. So yeah, good to bitch about company. Thank you very much for that. So let's get to know you a bit more. Like, can you share a little bit about your education and what you did and how you get started in games?
Yeah, sure, sure. So basically, I'm from Jammu city. I
Hmm.
completed my graduation there as well. So then
Hmm.
I moved to Delhi like in 2015,
Hmm.
14 mein. Okay. I was into different field and I really loved art.
Hmm.
As a kid, I used to sketch and draw.
Hmm.
So I got this opportunity to start working to learn about these things
Hmm.
through a friend
Hmm.
back in 2018. And after adding some assets to my portfolio, I got an opportunity to work at.
Hmm.
Since 2021 July, I'm working in. I would say I've had wonderful years at
Hmm.
in a nutshell, but it's everywhere. Overall, I've worked on many good projects, such as some are unannounced projects, so I'll be mentioning only
Hmm.
projects that are already released. So, which is was there? It
Hmm.
was my first project, and recently a game which was launched, which is and I also worked on that projects and multiple other projects as well. So it
Hmm.
was a very good experience. So yes. the main reason that I wanted to contact you and wanted to ask questions
Hmm.
is that I'm really, really confused about how to build a portfolio. I mean,
Hmm.
I just choose random. I think if I add random things in my portfolio, that this is what I am thinking, that if I add some random things in my portfolio, that will not work.
Hmm.
And since I'm working as a prop artist, so what I think is that if I move to environment, I'll get better opportunities.
Hmm.
So
I
that's
agree.
why I'm contacting you. So what would you like to suggest me?
Yeah.
So
So,
currently, yes, I enjoy working
mhm.
in art and environment as well.
Mhm. Okay.
I
Awesome.
would like a good suggestion from you. Also, if I would like to work abroad, what are the requirements? If I would like to work as a freelance artist, so what would I do?
I wanted to understand your timeline
Okay,
basically.
just one more question.
Yep. Yep.
Just one more question I would like to add. So I also had this question in my mind. That is it worth it to put all the effort to go abroad and work in an organization? Or what do you suggest, since you have more experience of work and work culture than I
Hmm.
have? I'd like you to suggest that, see, people like me dream a lot about working. Since sitting here, we see a better view on social media, better cities,
Hmm.
cleaner cities, better people. Yeah. So I would also like you to suggest me what a
Hmm.
person should do.
So this was like, is it worth going abroad and working there? Let's put in overall. So
Yes,
I
yes,
can talk in both sense, in work and life both, because I wanted to, because I left UK also. So many people have asked like why I left UK, because it's, those topics are there. So it's a good question. So the same thing I will discuss these things. Will tell you surely. I can add
sure.
questions later on also. So just a little bit to understand your timeline basically. So in 2015 you came to Delhi, right?
Mhm.
And 2021 you got job, still working there.
Yes, I'm
Yeah,
still
four
working in
years,
that.
almost 4 years you've been. You are
Almost one.
yeah.
Yes.
So you are a pro partner. And what happened in between 2015 and 2021?
I was in a different organization. I started with the BPO for a brief amount of time. Then I shifted to a technology
Hmm.
company, which is
Hmm.
I worked there around 3 years,
Oh.
and then I shifted to this
Okay. So in
uh, skill about 3D industry.
3D, how did you change the into 3D industry, like in between, like, so I guess around 2020 you left, then, and then there is a brief period in between those two might be, right? Or you
No,
just
no, no.
just
I
right
actually
after you,
left 21.
okay.
Just right after I started.
Okay, how did that happen? Like, from, because might have different type of work. Like, how did you make the portfolio? You learn, like, how did that happen? I want to know.
That was a totally different, obviously,
Hmm.
not a 3D company.
Hmm.
So work was totally different there. And I have So my nature is that I just cannot focus on that type of work which I'm not enjoying.
Hmm.
And 3D and sketching was something and also video games are something that I enjoyed a lot.
Hmm. Hmm.
I met someone, okay, and he was working in a 3D company.
Hmm.
So I used to talk to that person and learn how this thing worked. It was a very long journey for me, I would say. I met that person in 2016, but I was still working.
Hmm.
I had some financial issues with me as well.
Hmm.
So I couldn't just jump into a new industry. So I slowly started learning about this and I couldn't focus on my portfolio much as well. I was really, really confused what
Hmm.
to do, how to do it, and how to approach it. So finally in 2019, I just put that nail in the bench that I will start working on my portfolio. And daily for 1 hour, I was working on something.
Hmm.
Yes, this was journey, yes, and that COVID thing happened. It was actually a blessing for me because I that 3 hours or 3.5 hours of travel time from office
Hmm.
to home,
Yeah.
that was totally gone, and
Yeah.
I had more time to work on my portfolio. I
Hmm.
just started searching portfolio pieces. I Then there is a very famous artist from India, Virendra Singh.
Hmm.
I'm sure you know
Hmm.
him.
Yeah. Yeah.
I took one of his portfolio piece and started working on it, and that actually eventually came really well. Like what? April 2021, I got an interview call, and my resignation period was 2 months.
Oh.
And I had no idea if I'll be selected or not, but I just took the test and learned some software at the same time. I produce a good portfolio piece with my of my friends also. They helped me in this a lot, and then submitted my test. And after that, for 2 months, there was no email from. I
Oh.
thought I didn't make it. Okay, I contacted someone, but they were not receiving my calls as well. But finally, on like 30th, on 20th of June, I received a call from that you are selected and you have an interview. And then they conducted my final interview, and my joining date was 12th of June, and I had no idea how will I resign from. Then I make a bahana that Indian bahana type is someone in my family had some issues and all. And on 30th of June, I submitted my papers in Tata bye bye.
The
And then
dark
after
joke,
that,
dark joke. My grandpa had to
and
die again, so
do it was my
yep,
career.
yep,
I mean, I cannot take any risk. I
yeah,
finally found an opportunity to work in. And there is one thing I would like to say, I love working in 3D.
nice,
There is not a single day I am bored because of my work.
yeah,
It's been 4 years and
yeah,
it's a lot for me. At least I can say that because I am the type of person, if I'm not interested now, it's really hard for
yeah,
me to push myself
yeah,
for that work,
yeah,
to show up to that work. But in this industry, touchwood, I feel really, really lucky. I still have many friends in BPO, many friends in as well who are not happy with their work but still working. So I consider myself really lucky at
nice.
that when I talk to them. Yes, I
Yeah,
think it's a blessing for me to work in this industry.
yeah, it's really great to know that you're a passionate. That's just remind me of me also. Like that when I also like work in 3D. Like my parents, like you just rotate this gray thing all day. What do you do? So like I really
Yeah,
enjoyed
same with
it.
my father.
Yeah, so
I was making a dagger now. My father, obviously if we took a portfolio piece and I'm a fresher, now it take around 1 to 2 months.
yeah,
And my father is like, "What are you doing?"
yeah.
Every time I see this same dagger on the
You just
screen,
rotate
"तू
it
कुछ
all
कर
day.
भी रहा है?"
Rotate it all day. Just that's what.
So
Yeah, I definitely
that's what he
know.
used to say.
Yeah, your passion. I definitely believe that you're gonna enjoy environment art also. You're gonna enjoy because there is the amount of things you will get to learn and explore in environment is immense. I'm still learning. I still cannot explore all the things. Still like in like 8 years as an environment artist, but like I
Okay,
got to environment art just because I was lucky. I got as an environment artist in they were prop artists also, but I got in as an environment artist. They gave me this blessing of foliage and biome and
okay,
world art. So so that was came from there, and I got into environment art. Stick to this because of the same thing, because of the amount of things it is like because I consider myself a journalist, right? And environment art is a kind of a journalist approach you need. You
Ah,
need to
yes.
know
Yes,
a
yes, yes.
bit of everything, but you can master a few things. Like I know
Yes,
foliage basically, that's my specialization. So, or you can maybe make it rocks, or you maybe make it in shaders, or maybe landscapes. Basically, you can make one specialization, but you need to have this journalist approach for all the different workflows
yes,
and things.
exactly.
So you're gonna enjoy it a lot. I totally believe. So it's glad you have the passion. So before we
Thank
jump
you.
into the question, I want to ask this one question. Like, so you are a self-taught, basically.
Yes, I would say 70% or 65% self-taught and 35% a friend of mine taught me.
It's
He
still a
really
self.
helped me
Yeah,
in
it's
this
still a
journey.
self-taught. You did not do any degree or anything, right? So it's still
No
yeah,
degrees.
yeah. So no course. It's
Mm.
just self-taught only mainly. So yes, basically mentorship we can call it. Like your friend help you is kind of a mentorship, so we can consider that.
Yes.
So that's awesome that you learn by yourself. So you were watching mainly YouTube, or you looked at some online courses also.
Yes, I looked at some online courses as well. At the time of my test, I purchased the Udemy course, how to ZBrush for beginners.
Yeah.
And that course I watched at the time of my test,
Mhm.
yes, and some Maya courses as well.
Mhm.
YouTube is also there's a plethora of information,
Yeah.
yes, and other sites like Skillshare,
Yeah.
Dala. Yes.
Yeah. And there is Silk Road also. So, so I started using this word because you cannot say, and people ask me like, "Oh, where to find the software?" I said Silk Road. So, if you cannot pay, go to Silk Road to find everything is on Silk Road. So, so yeah. So this is
Nothing. I just wanted to add my current organization is really supportive. Even if someone is not, I've seen many artists they are not performing really well for long time, but still they support them a
yeah,
lot.
Yeah,
They take care of them like a baby. I've
yeah,
seen that. In that case, it's really good.
yeah.
Yeah. Yes, please. You were
Yeah,
saying
it
something.
should be like that only. It should be like that. Okay, so for your portfolio, like you can you share the link to your portfolio? So I will open up and we have a
Y-
quick look at your portfolio. Let me know once you see your portfolio. You see?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
I can see. I can see that.
Yeah. So this was the art test, no? This one.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
this was.
I know, like because I have a collection of art tests in my on my art session.
Okay.
I have a collection made for art tests only.
Okay.
So this one, I would say that the this one you can remove.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, it's not going with your thing. Right? All if you look at
Okay.
the thumbnails, right? I'm looking at this asset from this view only, from thumbnail only. I could see this one is good, this one is good, and this one you can go more close up. If you have still have the file, you can polish or go more close up. But these all are good,
Okay.
right? The board I need to see. And this one, how old is it? 4-year old. So either you remove it or polish it. Like this, see, there I could see a seam here. So
Uh,
you can
I'll have to
export.
remove it.
Yeah. So either
I don't
remove
have
it.
the file.
Yeah. Just you don't have it. This.
Yes, I don't have it
Okay.
anymore. This
Okay, no
file is
worries.
deleted.
Yeah, then just remove it. It will be better to not keep it because you all the other props, at least these fours are high quality. This one is good also. I saw it, but when you see the
Okay.
close up, that this damage could be sharp. These ones, and we
Okay.
don't need to put anywhere, everywhere. Sorry, everywhere all the damage.
Okay.
It's usually where like where it shut down. This thing it will be there the base, right? It will not
Okay.
be everywhere
Sure,
this
sure.
chip up. But if you don't have file, then you can remove it. See, we have good here, but I think the wooden one we can make sharpen. We can reduce the noise
Okay.
overall from this. It's too noisy, and you can use quicksel wood or leather to as a layers. Is it
Okay.
floating? It seems floating here from the shadow.
Yes, yes, it's floating. I've had issues with this file. I may have to remove this as well.
Yeah, yeah, it's 2-year old, but if you have still have the files, I will say improve it. Otherwise, you
It
can.
was in my office PC and they formatted it.
Then this is
So
4-year
I
old,
don't.
but it's good. Okay, so you can keep this one.
Yeah, yeah.
It showcase your full progress of how you can make the. Yeah, this one is the test is good. I would say this one you can. There's no zebra screenshot is missing. The sculpt screenshot.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
Zebra's screenshot is missing in
yeah.
this.
So you can add it, and I would say like you can still do a bit more sharper damage. So basically, this is like
Okay.
thumb rule we used to do. Basically, we damage all the beveled edges. We add some damages like to see there are. You can look at God of War. God of War sculpt I really like. So that will really.
Okay.
If sometimes is your vision, the sculpting is the one thing. ZBrush is like one you have to drink up because they make the huge sculpts in just in there. You see the wooden sculpts. They sculpt everything. Look at that.
Okay.
They sculpt everything.
That's art. It's
You see?
it's better than scanned assets anytime.
Yeah, so they because it's stylized anyway. Like if you need to go super realistic, then scan asset shine, but it's like stylized,
Okay. Okay.
exaggerated, realistic, right? So they sculpt everything,
Hmm.
even the large asset they sculpt. So if that is one
That's
of
really
your goal, then sculpt. And so yeah, so you can take example from this and how much damage you need to add. Symbols also there in between
yes.
somewhere. Yeah, so this type of symbol they have. So you can here, right? So you can follow these also in your oh look at this. How did they?
It's
How
good.
could they? So there is a theme basically over there. How could they miss that? Uh, so there's one time we use this technique. So they had this alpha. Okay, so they take height
Okay.
map and they take the face, they subdivide it
Okay.
and put the displacement. Okay, and then they take it
Okay.
to Zebra, or maybe in ZBrush they map it on top of the trim sheet and then they displace it. So that's what they forgot
Yes.
to blend it basically here. So it's not blended.
Yes.
I'm noticing it now. I didn't notice it before, but it should be continued. And they maybe left it, or maybe they did not. Afterward, they removed it and they just took screenshot before they did it.
Maybe.
Yeah, this is the same thing. I think this is a trim they are using here multiple time, but they could have continued it. If it's tiling,
Hmm.
it could tile easily. I don't know why it is all
Maybe some
the
reason.
yeah it's left. No excuse for ugly. Maybe nobody care, but artists do. But it's okay. Yeah. So this is like a detail we have. You can follow this whole thing in your so it will shine. This one and This one was good. Again, like I really loved your work when I looked at it, and this one was like also super awesome. Um,
Thank
uh,
you
this one is the new one. Yes, and is it like, does it have a
so actually
unique texture? Yeah,
sorry.
it have a unique texture, right? Overall.
Yes, unique, unique,
Okay.
unique.
So what you can do in this,
I use three sheets.
yeah. So you three sheets, three texture sets.
Yes, three different textures. One is like it's trim sheet for net. I couldn't add it in other sheets now, so I have to use one more sheet. It maybe 5K. Sorry, not 5K, 512 into 512
Okay, 512 by
for
512. Okay.
the net. The net.
Okay, and board. I believe for this thing you can use a tileable texture for this, because it's a
For,
really big asset,
mhm.
right? And whichever go beyond 1K texture, let's say imagine we used to use 512, but whenever you have asset which is not fitting in 2K by 2K texture, right? You try to either use overlapping or trim textures or tileable textures.
Okay,
And what you can do,
okay.
you can use, like imagine like this one is, you use 2K texture or at least 4K you might have used, right? And it looked a
Yes,
little
yes.
bit blurry. So what you can do, you can use 512 texture, like four different 512 textures, and you can put it in like moss and then wood, and then maybe you can create trims for rope, for the wood, for the metal, or maybe different type of woods. Basically, you can make these trims and map the things on there. So it's a large asset, so it should be treated like that. We cannot give a unique texture. It might not matter, but the textile density and we will see the fidelity difference, and we cannot use 4K textures in optimized environment basically. We
Okay,
have to limit
okay,
that
okay.
thing. So 2K texture is there, but 2K with the trims you can use. I can show, like even once I gave a art test, I want recreate it because it was really interesting. I made it is 1K by 2K trim sheet basically.
Okay,
So it have multiple
okay.
trims, but it is still 1K, not like full 2K by 2K. So in that texture, I had like rope, metal, wood, stone, all the different trims. So all the asset was done in there. So it was a big asset. Okay, maybe I will show you some other day. So this is
Sure.
uh, basically it. So this you can improve, and these you can remove, right? If you can, this one if you can polish will be wonderful, but these two you can remove. And or do you have any work in progress? Are you working on something?
I do have, do have a work in progress. I have shared that in your Discord channel.
Okay, wait.
It's currently WIP, so I
Hmm.
didn't touch it for like last 1 month or more.
Yeah, this is good. Like I love the detail in there. But you need to maybe increase the texture resolution. Is I don't know how big the texture you're using here, but you need to.
It's a, yes, I'm using a 2K texture here.
Hmm. But you need to make 4K or maybe 8K because it's a portfolio render. We need to show the fidelity. Because how big this one is? How big I said, like in meters? How big it is?
It's like 1.5 feet tall, yes.
Okay. So 2 meter is good enough, but what you can try is I believe you can try the tileable textures here also.
Terrible.
Yeah. So
Okay,
the trims basically. You know about the bootcamp I'm running.
yes, I'm aware about that.
So what I can say, you can basically join that if you
Okay,
if you want to make environment. I'm gonna share like starting tomorrow as the first session.
okay,
So you can go to topmate, where you topmate.i/fpa. There is a bootcamp. Join it, and you will get a link from there where have all the details written, how you can join the channel, private channels, how you can post in there. So there are already people posting concept art. So I will make Q&A, different Q&A channel where you can post queries. So like if you're not sure about how to break down your environment, okay, I will although show on my example, but if you're not sure about how to break down a scene, then you can post there. Like I'm not sure about how to break down my environment. Can you please? So I will quickly go with the snipping tool and the screen share, and I will show how to break down your concept art. Okay.
okay,
So yeah, so that's pretty much it in that side. Yeah. So for your question, there is already art talk with Aryan Sony. So it's the like last to last art talk I posted on YouTube. I will send you a link in a minute. We talked a
okay,
little bit about it as well there, and I
okay.
already spoke like few days ago in the morning also. So again, After same thing, I will gonna repeat, and I will rather send you the call I recorded in the morning. You will
There
get
are
the
so
same.
many of us.
Yeah, but is if you're getting a job opportunity, I will just leave you with this small thing. If you're getting a direct job opportunity from a company abroad, go anywhere, whichever country it is. It's totally fine. Okay, it will be a new experience. If it's Europe, best. Okay, but doesn't matter whichever it is. So you're getting opportunity, even if it's Dubai, even if it's Malaysia, even if it is Europe, UK, wherever it is, you get opportunity because they will pay for all the cost. They will pay you salary. It's just, even if they lay you off after 3 months, I would say don't worry, it's a free vacation. You get a paid vacation basically from the, so just go and explore. So that's the what I suggest. But don't join any course or anything. Don't think, because there are so many artists who also say like, what if we take a course and we go there, and that's a waste of money. So don't go there. So, and for working on this, like the same as it's a little bit open and straightforward in Studio Bro. The one big thing is you need portfolio, you need skills, and you need have that, you positive attitude you already have, you have that passion already, but you need to work on your communication skills to market yourself
Okay.
better, right? So, and then you have to seek feedback when so don't be discouraged by the rejection. Every rejection, seek feedback, what did not work, and whatever work out,
Yeah,
double
exactly.
down on that, just focus on that. But the 70% of the thing, portfolio. Okay, and then when you apply for a job, your portfolio should match their requirement, your resume should match their requirement, your attitude should match their requirement. Okay, and your
I have a
skills.
question here.
Yes, yes.
Since you're saying that our portfolio will match the requirement, okay.
Yeah,
So there are so many different companies with a different approach. So how do an artist approach that? Because a portfolio piece takes a
yeah,
long amount,
yeah,
good amount of time, na?
yeah.
So would you say that just make one piece according to each company you are pursuing, or is there a general approach?
Yeah.
Plus, will that help if someone visit their country, even if as a tourist and apply? So will these things help? No.
That's a good question actually. Like I never test. Like even I was suggested that you go as a tourist and get a job. I don't think it's possible, right? Because my friend was in Singapore. He did that and he got it. He asked me to do it, but I got a job before that, so it did not matter. But it's a good question. I don't know. I don't know how to answer. If someone got it and watching this can answer in the comment box and let us know if that is
Okay.
possible. But I don't think it is possible. It's not. They will not entertain it. It's like the old time they say like, don't come to our studio, apply, and then we'll shortlist. So why going there? And it will not work that way. And the most difficult part is the visa thing. Not every studio can give visa. Okay, and so we should be considerate about that. We should be exceptionally good, better than the local artists, to be considered for this job, because many students don't even apply for this program which government makes. We want to hire someone from abroad, so you need to be considerate about before applying. Like if this studio can, so you can check the LinkedIn, or you might know from art session some people already working there, so you know this studio hire people from abroad, so I can apply there. Otherwise it's they're going to say the same thing, sorry, and when you're going to ask them why, they're going to say we cannot give visa, right? So that's nowhere possible. Even if you apply from India or even apply from just at their doors, give them your resume, it will not matter. Because first of all, tourist visa is tourist visa. If you got caught doing interviews on tourist visa, you might be blacklisted. So you might never reach again or never get tourist visa again. So why doing that? But for the portfolio question, you have to make it generalized for to capture more. So that's what one thing I did. Whatever I was doing in was really good enough. What I did in my portfolio was a little bit different, because environment, what I was doing in was still limiting. I was still making environment assets, but I never got to make the whole environment. So I made 3 or 4 environment while I was so I could frankly say in the interview that, see, I worked on 5 different games in 2 years,
Okay.
fantasy and fantasy. That what I love. I found out that become my genre, because whatever I make is it's little bit stylized. It's not realistic, definitely. So it's fantasy, basically art
Yes.
style I have. So I never got that type of project. Right? I want to work in God of War. Never, might be never be able to. Right? I love Uncharted, might be never able to. I love Tomb Raider, never be able to, might be, because all of them are in US. US is really difficult to get the visa, but as an outsourcer, we might be able to, right? So we have a tiny,
Yes.
so I'm running a tiny, trying to build a tiny outsourcing studio, right? So basically, we might have get a outsourcing work from for these companies, but
Okay.
but you should need to be realistic for that thing. So you cannot cater for everything. So you need to know what you need, that you make a generic portfolio around all of them, right? And the
Okay.
second thing what you can do, like I talked to art director of Witcher, and I asked him about fan art. He said he really appreciate the fan art. Him personally, he said like show that you're passionate. So if you take a concept art, you can turn it into Witcher style because you want to work in Witcher.
Okay.
They will be happy to have you on an interview because that showcase that you have passion, and you can translate a concept art into a specific art
Okay.
style. So that's a specific art style. So like I can translate this into this, right? Even though I have realistic also and have this little bit of fantasy and medieval also. And you see, I can achieve any art style. I can achieve sci-fi
Okay.
also with clear guidance and this thing. So that you can convince them. But you will get that opportunity only if you have a good portfolio and showcase that you know basic fundamentals and how to work with these things. So that is required. Although we cannot cater to everyone, just cater to yourself. Just make whatever you love to make those, and then let them be the design, and don't stress too much about it. And I will share, I've shared in my live stream also how to find freelance. I will make a separate video also. You have more potential to find a freelance than a job abroad. So you already know how to make
Okay.
a really good props. You add more in there, you will get freelance also. You can work with, and there are so many other studios are there, and I've seen so many artists collaborating with other studio as well. So it's much more awesome to work with these people, and then you can use this leverage to apply for job. Like I have worked before that. I worked with, whenever these were starting up, I worked with all these studios. So whenever I even, right, I don't know who they are, but when they posted their first environment, I just sent them a message. I love your work. I would love
Okay.
to
Okay.
collaborate with you. They said we are not looking at this moment, but they never. I reached out multiple times. They never replied. But it's okay. Our job is to apply, and we reach out. You see my portfolio. You make a portfolio. Say I can make environment, right? And yeah, so that's basically it. You reach out, you get project, and the same for goes for job. Keep applying. Don't get discouraged by rejection
Sure.
or ghosting, and keep improving yourself. Keep working on your skill, portfolio, resume, communication skills, and skills in general, and collaborate. Like so, if you're with me, you might get opportunity. Reach out to on LinkedIn or art session whenever you see a good work. Appreciate them, comment, like, share, or send them DM if you have any doubt or question, like how they did the specific thing. And yeah, collaborate with them. If someone have a concept art
Sure.
and they use 3D model in there, just tell them, can you please share 3D model? I would love to expand it on in Unreal Engine. I will give you credit and share that you have given this thing. They appreciate it basically. So yeah, it's a free advertisement for them as well. And yeah, keep up the good work. And I will share more detail about these things. Any other question you have before we leave?
Uh, Right now, I don't have any question, but if anything comes up, I'll write to
Yeah,
you, and I'm sure you'll definitely help me out.
yeah. I'm
Thank you
always
so
here.
much for this conversation and your time.
Yeah, you too. Thank you very much. It was lovely, like having we will sit another day just like that on a tea and bitch about more things. So it was really lovely talking about.
Definitely.
Yeah. So
Sure, sure,
yeah,
sure.
I'm also doing it for just to know what inside happening in the industry, right? Because so many people are, because I'm
Sure.
not working there, you guys are working there. So the more open up people become, the more I get to know about the industry. So that's why.
Definitely.
So if your friends, if from different studio they're working, have a something, some stories to share, like your awesome story, so then do tell them to reach out to me, and then we can have a conversation with them as well. And
Sure,
so
sure, definitely.
yeah, so again, yeah, thank you very much for doing this, and I will reach out to you and once I have finished with this. But again, thank you very much,
Sure.
and I hope this conversation help you to clear your doubt.
Definitely, definitely.
Okay.
And thank you. And have a good day.
Yeah,
Thank
you
you for your
too.
time. Bye.
Bye, take care.